Hey guys, welcome to Lively Christmas Day 5. Today we are making 3 delicious healthy treats. These are actually so good. We've been eating them the last couple of days and they are delicious, so I think you'll really enjoy this. So starting off, I'm making these really good healthy gingerbread cookies. So these are made with oats and flour, cinnamon, lots of spices. It's really, really good. I'm going to leave the full recipe in the blog that we found these recipes on down below. But starting off, I'm just mixing the dry ingredients together. So I added the flour, the oats, the cinnamon, all that kind of stuff. And I'm just kind of whisking it together, and then I'm going to set that aside. Next, I'm taking some coconut oil. So instead of using butter, I'm using coconut oil, and I'm going to just warm this up in the microwave. And this is going to be the start of all of the liquids that we need. Next, I'm taking an egg and some vanilla and the coconut oil, and I'm going to whisk that together really good. Then I'm taking some blackstrap molasses and some maple syrup, 100% maple syrup. These are actually the only 2 sweeteners in this, so this is very healthy, which I really appreciate. And I think you could also do a flax egg if you want to make these vegan, so you could take out the egg and do a flax egg instead, but we just did a regular egg, so I'm going to whisk all that together. Next, I'm adding my wet ingredients to my dry ingredients, and I'm going to blend this really well until it forms a dough. So then I popped that dough into the fridge. It needs to refrigerate for about 30 minutes, and I'm going to start on our zucchini brownies. So I have had zucchini brownies before, and this recipe is so good. They made the most moist, delicious brownies you've ever tasted. I went a little overzealous with the zucchini, so you really only needed about 2 zucchinis. I used just 2, but I bought 3 just to be safe. Next, I'm going to add the zucchini to a bowl and add some brown sugar. So the only other sweetener in this, if you decide just to do the brown sugar, would be the chocolate chips, but you can decide not to do those if you want. Next, I'm going to add the 2 eggs and some applesauce. So the applesauce is going to help make these just really moist and delicious. And then we're just going to blend all that together really well. Next up, I'm going to start with my dry ingredients. So I'm starting with some flour, and then we're going to add in our spices and the cacao powder. The cacao just really makes this like above and beyond delicious because it makes it taste like a really authentic brownie, as opposed to just kind of like a store-bought brownie. But it makes the chocolate so rich and delicious. Now I'm going to take my dry ingredients and add it to my wet ingredients and blend this together really well. Just be really careful because the cocoa kind of goes everywhere because it's such a light powder. So just have to mix really, really slowly. I actually did end up switching from a whisk to a spoon toward the end because it was so thick. Now you're gonna add in your chocolate chips. I literally only added in maybe 1/8 of a cup of chocolate chips, maybe even less. And these were delicious. It was just the right amount, but you could obviously add more or less to your taste. These are also milk-based chocolate chips, so you can do, chocolate chips that are made with just cocoa and coconut oil instead, but we use regular chocolate chips. Now I'm just going to spray a 9x16 pan, and I'm just adding that adding the batter into that pan, and then we're just going to pop these into the oven. Now that our gingerbread cookies are all chilled, I'm just going to make little balls of dough. I actually switched to using my hands because this dough was really thick. And then you just kind of press them down a little bit. So you kind of make a little ball and then just kind of press it down so that they flatten out a little bit. Believe it or not, I had these sitting out because I was waiting for the oven to be done, and Scout, our dog, literally ate every single one of them before they got baked. So I had to completely remake them. So this was the first batch, and I had to completely remake this recipe. But luckily, it's very quick, so it didn't take super long. Okay, now we're on to our final recipe, and honestly, these might be my favorite. These are these little protein balls. So they're no-bake cookies, and they have cranberries and bananas, and they are so delicious. I've literally been snacking on these 24/7, and they keep really well in the fridge. So I just have them in the fridge, and anytime I want one, I just grab one out. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to mash a banana and then add some peanut butter to it. From there, I'm taking some chia seeds. This actually called for hemp seeds, I think, but I didn't have any, so I did chia seeds instead, and they were still delicious. Then we're adding some coconut and 2 different types of oats. So you're going to do some quick oats as well as some regular seal-cut oats. I then add in the cranberries, and we're just going to blend this together. So this is a really thick dough. You can add a little bit of water if you need it to be a little bit more sticky, but I pretty much was able to use just with the banana and the peanut butter, and it turned into really perfect little balls. So then I'm just going to take a piece of wax paper and make little balls and add them onto the tray. And then you just pop these in the freezer so that they kind of harden, but honestly, these are ready to eat, so you don't even have to do that. So these all turned out so delicious. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and that these gave you some inspiration on some treats you can make during the holidays that are a little bit healthier, but still absolutely delicious. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and we'll see you guys in our next one.